Day 66. Quite a pleasant morning already. A little on the windy side, but I am near the wind, so it kind of makes sense. Wyoming is a rather windy state. But my tent is dry right now. I was shocked to see that. I have water on both sides, actually 3 sides. I'm damn near on a peninsula. And my tent is dry. What? I know. I was not expecting that in the least, man. It's actually quite pleasant out. I just went out to take a leak. There's no stars out. You can see heavy rolling clouds. Probably a good chance it's going to be rainy today, but weather happens, man. I don't mind storms during the day, especially if they go away soon. Nice afternoon spritz or whatnot. Sure, it's a little uncomfortable when it happens, but as long as I dry out before I set up camp, I really don't have much to complain about. Today I'm going to try to push these guys to do their first 30. I don't even know if I can do 30 today. I don't know what the terrain is, but if it's as flat as I remember, yeah, we should be able to do that. So I'm going to try to just keep ahead of them. That's the goal, lofty goals. Keep ahead of them, which will drive them forward, and, hopefully they do it. I wouldn't mind helping Count reach his first 30 ever. Dude's I think this is his Triple Crown. Not legit, but close enough. These guys don't walk roads ever. They're like, nah, we don't walk roads. And hey, they've got a van. I can't really blame them, but I do walk most roads. Sure, I'm not a purist. We all know that. Never claimed to be. But I walk most roads. I'm hoping for a beautiful morning walk. But we'll see what I get, man. Finish up my coffee and let's get going. We've got 30 miles to do. Son of a bitch. Well, I was ready to go. Ready to go. Within 3 minutes, I'd have been out the door. Now I'm not going anywhere. And we're off. Well, I was sitting there and noticed birds were singing. So I poked my head out the tent and I could see some light. And that's the direction the wind's coming from, which I hope is the direction the storm's coming from. That doesn't always mean the same thing. But, yeah, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So I was like, let's go. Temperature dropped a bit. It was warmer before this started. But it's actually still pleasant. I am not even wearing gloves. But that was because I didn't want to get them wet. I have dish gloves in my pocket if it starts getting real cold and wet. But I don't like wearing dish gloves. They do help in a nice, wet, cold storm. But I'd rather not. Because this isn't really cold or wet. We don't need them yet. Hopefully we don't. Look at that awesome glow. Are we going to get a sweet sunrise today? We can only hope. I wonder where the trail is. Oh. I hope that's not it, because that looks really, yeah, that's it. That looks really wet. Okay. Let's not try to fall down and get wet. Not at the beginning of the day. Squish, squish, squish. Go slowly. There's enough debris. Okay, cool. Success. Oh, Jesus, that's gorgeous. Yeah, I already went the wrong way. Okay, backtracking. There should be a right up here that I did not notice. Good thing. I was like, man, this is too easy right now. I better check the map. I think maybe I came from that way and I'm supposed to go this way. I don't know. There's not much of a trail. There's just places where the sage doesn't grow. Or was I already on this trail? I need to. Aha! I see a CDT logo in the distance. Sorry, flowers. Okay. And we're good to go. My directions are all off. That feels like north to me. But since the sun is coming up over there, that is not north. I expected the sun to come up over here somewhere. So, does that mean I'm traveling south now? Yeah, I'm confused. That's a beautiful sky. Glad it was just sprinkles. I didn't want to sit in my tent for an hour or two. Is that snow I see? That is snow I see. It's crazy. Because it's still warm. It takes snow a minute to melt, don't it? It is already time for a wardrobe change. And since we have a rock of sacrifice over here, some altar of some sort, you know, I might as well just sit down for a minute. Just a minute. You have anywhere sittable on you? Yeah, right here will work. Beautiful. All right, today's starting off as a good day, man. Listen to all that life. I took off a layer, took off my rain gear and stuff, but I can't hang out. The mosquitoes are thick right now. I had to leave on some layers just as mosquito protection. I may be a little warm, but at least I won't be itchy. Oh, beautiful. I'm probably not going to get to see the sunrise because I'm headed around down behind a hill. But at least I got to enjoy it for a bit. Well, this is probably our last view before we dip around the corner. Oh, damn. Oh, you're beautiful. Man, it's really going off back there. Oh, yeah. But I got a hill in my way. And I'm headed down. Now, I'm not saying I'm definitely going to do it. But if the terrain stays like this, it should be quite easy to do a 30. Well, not easy, but you know. Not stressing myself too hard. And if those guys can't keep up for whatever reason, I'll meet them in Atlantic City. I'm probably about, I don't know, 45 miles away from that. So it'd be nice to do a 30. Set me up to, you know, run my happy ass in, get there sometime around lunchtime. There's a good chance that there's no food in that town. Big Red has been calling them. He called them a few times yesterday, I think once the day before. And even during business hours, nobody's picking up the phone. So that's not a good sign. But that's cool. I mean, it is what it is. I was hoping for a hiker box or something. I could use a little more fuel. I'm annoyed that I've had to buy fuel twice on this trail now. Looks like I missed out on a pretty good sunrise. Oh, there's even pink rain over there. Sunlight has just begun to touch the earth. You can see the shadow of the mountain I'm on over there. Good. Feels like it's gonna be a hot day. I'm already sweating, but I am kind of wearing a few layers. Just hoping the sun knocks the skeeters down and I can strip down. Man, this is beautiful. Rolling green hills. Oh, look at all that sunshine over there. It is probably about time for a full wardrobe change. And there's a nice hill right there. Stack of rocks on it. Good spot to take a little break. Damn, look how long my shadow is. Damn, that's long. I know. That's how you feel like you're so high up here, but you're not. Everything's just super flat. Our first really good shot at the winds. Some of them peaks are jagged. Look at that one. Is that one that looks like a great white? I don't know. There's one of them up there that totally looks like a great white coming out, shooting out of the water or out of the mountain. Finally a sitting rock. You gotta take more breaks if there's these. Oh, who left a puddle in my sitting rock? Whatever. Hey, a sitting rock. Yeah, I'd take more breaks if there was more of these around. No puddle. Awesome, thank you. I sat here way too long. Didn't even do a wardrobe change. There's skeeters everywhere. But I had service on top of this mountain. So I went on and answered a few of your comments and whatnot. I'd really like to spend more time doing that. I actually do really enjoy the comments. You guys inspire me. Okay, these are definitely done by man. That hill right there is the where they dug it out. So yeah, somebody brought heavy equipment up on these trails at some point and dug a bunch of huge holes. Impressive. But no, it's really great reading your guys' comments. You inspire the fuck out of me, make me feel better than I really am. Give me the motivation to move on. I mean, I was gonna move on anyway, but it's much easier with a nice light heart. And my pack is getting lighter too. But yeah, I sat up there for like half hour, 45 minutes. Just answering a few comments and whatnot. Really wish I had more time for that. Are those elk? Enhance. I think they are. I haven't seen any elk up here. It went from the antelopes, and then when I got up in this higher country, I saw a couple deer. Now we got some elk. I'm gonna find me a nice rack I can carry out. Last time I found a huge rack. I mean, shit, that thing had like a 6-foot wingspan on it, man. Well, it wasn't just a rack, it was a whole head and everything. But it was in Yellowstone. You're not allowed to take things out of Yellowstone. I'm not sure what the rules are here. Although even if I was allowed to take it out, I have no idea what I would have done with it. You know, like, you can't go to UPS and be like, hey, I need to ship this severed head home. Would love to have it though. I mean, I'm not into killing stuff, but I do like dead stuff. What are these pipes about? I see these all the time. Oh, that's just a marker. Okay. I tampered with it. It says I'm not allowed to, so I do. Weird that it's there. It's not a high point or anything. Oh man, look at that rock right there. That'd have been a great place to make some coffee or something. A little wind block. How does a rock end up on its side like that? I don't even know. But I don't have water for another 7 miles, I think, so that's where coffee's gonna happen. I was in kind of a hurry today, but sitting on that hill for a while was really nice. I feel inspired. Let's go do 30. Dun 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 dun. So you notice how small the black sage is up here. My hypothesis on why some of them grow 15 feet tall and other ones grow a half inch is wind. I thought it might be elevation, it might be water, but no, you know it's windy as all get out up here sometimes. And if you grow too tall, you get uprooted. That's my best guess. Ooh, a little bit of a climb. Wish I'd have been there for sunrise. It is what it is. It's always a timing thing. Timing and luck. Lots of luck on catching a good sunrise. Oh, and you also have to have the time to sit there and enjoy it. Like, today I did not. And I guess I had time, but I'm not going to sit there with mosquitoes all over my face trying to enjoy sunrise. Kind of takes away the appeal. Made the top of the hill. It was steep and muddy. Woo. Way steeper than I was expecting. Whew. Funny enough, already today, I've passed 2 points on trail that were labeled as high point. Well, they're both beneath me now. This isn't labeled as high point. This is Crook's West Mountain. I'd call it more of a hill, but you know, I guess when you only have one mountain range in your state, you would just call everything mountains. What are you guys doing? Well, it's an adorable little family. They seem, you know, concerned about me, but not scared. I just try to mimic everybody's motions. When they bow and shake their head, I bow and shake my head. That's how that guy that got to live with a little clan of mule deer, he just mimicked their motions and hung out with them. And they eventually accepted him. But I understand being concerned. I'm just glad they're not scared. Oh, the winds look even bigger over here. It's snowier. So yeah, I think flipping up to Montana and then going Sobo for a while is what makes sense. Who's this? Probably a cow. Well, you horses have a nice day. We sure will. See, they still look happy. Okay, mildly concerned, but not scared. Snow line is pretty high. I think it'll all be melted off in a few weeks, right? There's a haze over here. It looks a lot like smoke to me. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, it does look like smoke to me. Can't imagine anything burning out here. It's so green and wet, but you know. Oh, they're still staring at me. I'm leaving, I'm leaving. We've got some cool erosion over there. Hope I walk through that little canyon. It somehow still has snow in it. Boggles my mind. It's warm already. Unfortunately, skeeters are getting thick again, man. They're hounding me. Had a little swarm around my head, so I ran down the hill and ditched them, but I just picked up another swarm because they're kind of everywhere. I was hoping the sunlight would tamp them down a bit because, you know, it makes it hard to do pretty much everything when you got mosquitoes hounding you. And I would have no problem with any of these bloodsuckers if they didn't make me itch and give me diseases. They just take a little blood and go, oh, that's cool, man, that's ultralight. Lose a drop of blood every time. Hell, I bet some of those ultralight bags would just be sitting out here just collecting mosquitoes. I'm still collecting mosquitoes though. This is how I got yellow fever. Oh man, there's a little swarm around me. Turbo mode! Okay, pick me up a new swarm over here. Oh, that is the way to mark an area. I wouldn't have missed this. Ooh, there's still meat in there. Ah, skeeters, skeeters! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Oh, it has just begun. Right in my ear, right in my ear. Why have we not wiped these things off the planet yet? I know we have the technology. I've read about a few different ways we could do it. I mean, we already kill off a species of creatures like every 6 minutes, I believe it is. Why can't we do one intentionally? Splat. Got it with the camera. Well, it's back to the bad hat. It may be a little warm for it, but it provides a bit of protection. The only real things exposed are my face and my fingers. And oh, they're finding both. I want to eat my knuckle right now. That's just one thing you deal with in hiking. On any trail, there's a good 2 or 3 solid weeks where you're just eaten alive by something. Black flies or mosquitoes. Not much of a difference in my world. Scourge should be wiped off the planet. I don't see any benefit. I just don't. People are like, oh, birds eat them and stuff. Yeah, birds can find other bugs. Mother Nature will always fill a niche. And how much nutrition does a mosquito really provide? Die, die, die. Yeah, I can't imagine things living off of them. Sure, they may supplement their diet a little bit on mosquitoes, but I think it takes more energy to eat a mosquito than you get from eating the mosquito. Fireball in the sky. Are those patches of flowers? I believe so. Excuse me. Yeah, there's definitely flowers up in there. Some of these hills are steep. Definitely not outrunning the mosquitoes at this pace. And they're loving it. 360 view-ish. A lot of it's flat. There's winds. See little farms and stuff out there. I gotta wonder how they survive the winter, man. I imagine there's not just a ton of snow. Talking to, I can't remember her name, the lady that slack-packed us the other day. I want to say Brenda, but I'm bad with names. But I imagine since it's so flat here, the snow just drifts. It's wherever the wind pushes it. And there's a really windy place. I'd say fortunately it's not this time. But right now a stiff breeze would do me well to get the mosquitoes off my face. Although they have lessened a bit up here. No, I'm still covered in them. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? It's not as bad though. Now most of them can't find blood, so that's good. I hope they expend enough energy and just die, wither in the sun. When I used to think that mosquitoes actually drank blood, you know, not just for reproductive purposes, but for survival, I always had the high hopes that while they were chasing me, they were burning up all their energy, and then they'd die because they couldn't find something to drink. But it turns out they're all vegans, except for the females. They want my sweet, sweet blood to make some dirty little babies with. How do you survive this, man? Ain't a little chilly up here for a lizard? Hells yes it is. Yeah. Keep walking that way, it gets warm. At your speed, in another, I don't know, 6 or 8 years, you'll be there. Just don't expect to find lizards up here. When was the last time car doors looked like this? What is that? Like a 1930s car? I don't know. They're using it as a trail marker because there are a few splits right here. So they're like, hey, follow the door. I wonder how old that is. I looked on the backside for any identifying markings. I know sometimes we put VIN numbers and things like that inside doors, but that one didn't have any. A lot less mosquitoes. Still one on my glove. Hold on 1 second. Okay, got him. That's the only one I see on me right now. Maybe I can take off a layer or two. I'm wearing 3 shirts right now. A pair of pants, a kilt, a lot of stuff. Luckily it's not like hot. It's probably, mid 60s or so right now. But things feel a little hotter out here. I think because I'm closer to the sun. I'm used to being at a low elevation. Phoenix is pretty low. Who knew just a couple thousand feet closer to the sun would change its intensity so much? Not exactly sure why. I have to assume it's a gases in the atmosphere. Like they're much thicker down here than they are up higher. So the nitrogen and oxygen and all that, mostly nitrogen, blocks UV rays. I don't know. That's my best guess. Now I'm curious if alcohol sweats attract mosquitoes more than normal. Because those guys behind me have been drunk every day. Not all day. They don't start drinking until like 4. They've got standards. But each one brought out with them a whole handle. That's quite a bit of alcohol. 3 handles, 3 people. I haven't even taken a sip. Nobody's offered, and I haven't asked. I don't really drink. So it doesn't really matter. If somebody offered, I might take a hit or two. Just thin the blood, you know, lighten the head. Especially because I don't have any safety meetings. But nah, alcohol's never really been my jam. And one of them's carrying Fireball. That doesn't really count as alcohol. Seems to be real popular amongst people, though. I have no idea why. I guess it's all the joy of feeling like you're drinking alcohol, but you're really just drinking candy with a couple drops of alcohol in it. Very vocal bird. Aren't you adorbs? Heat has forced me to do a wardrobe change. I needed a sombrero on. Got rid of a couple of undershirts. I'm not sure if the mosquitoes can bite me through this shirt alone. It used to be insect repellent, UV resistant, but I realize I've been wearing the same shirt since 2019. It is a little thin. As a matter of fact, my right sleeve is starting to fall off, so that's kind of an inconvenience. Kraghopper makes a really good shirt, though, man. There's not many companies I like. You guys hear me bitch about companies more than I give praise. But Kraghopper makes a good shirt. I planned on buying a new one before this trail, and I was looking for like a burnt orange or something. But I couldn't find one in my size. Seems they only make them for the big guys. Found them in like double XL and stuff, but I'm a medium, man. I can pull off a large, but I'm swimming in that. You know, I realize right now I'm probably down to like 145 pounds. I don't know, I haven't weighed myself in a while. I start off near 170, and I end near 130. But none of that is double XL. None. But due to the disrepair of my shirt, maybe I will go online and just pick a color. Yeah, deal with whatever they've got. And these shirts aren't cheap. They're probably like 30, 40 bucks a piece, which for me is super pricey for clothes because I shop at the Goodwill more than anything. And I wear clothes until they fall off of me. Because a lot of people need clothes to make them cooler, more socially acceptable and stuff like that. I don't mind looking like a bum all the time in this world and in yours. I don't mind being a bum. Kind of suits me. Makes me happy. I can't imagine. Ooh, that's mud. Let's move back over here. I can't imagine waking up and putting on clothes just to please other people. You're like, oh, they'll like this shirt. And I can tell when people do it, when they're insecure about it. There's been more than once in my life. I remember one dude wore a nice collared, shiny, bright purple shirt to work, and it was very out of character for him. And I said, hey, whatever his name is, I was like, hey, dude, that shirt doesn't look gay on you at all. And we never saw that shirt again because he's too insecure. There's another dude who came in, and he'd often wear a yellow slicker when it was raining. I'm from Arizona. We don't have those things. But in Virginia, they do. And he came into the break room, and I said, trust the Gordon's fisherman. And everybody laughed. And he never wore that slicker ever again. I love how easy people are. You make fun of me all day long. I'm not going to change much. Unless I realize that there is a need for a change. You know, sometimes people mock you, and you realize, oh, hey, no, they're right. But that hasn't happened in my world yet. I can't imagine looking through my closet like what will make people happy to see me in today. Now, being a hiker is convenient. Yeah, you got 2 outfits on you. I got kind of more than 2 outfits, but you know what I'm saying. Most people, there's hike gear and sleep gear. That's about all they got on, a little rain gear. I like to have a few accessories, mix and match a bit for the situation. Okay, I am almost at the water source. It's about, let's go over here. A little less disgusting. So it's about 9 o'clock. And I guess I've done about 10 miles or so. That's not bad. It's not great. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be doing second coffee there. If the skeeters are like what they have been, and since I'll be near water, I imagine they'll be worse. I don't think I'm going to want to hang out like I did yesterday. It just mirrored to the winds look less snowy already. Really can't be, not in just a few hours, but it's got the illusion thereof. But yeah, I think if I go hike Montana for a while, and come on back, that'll be nice and clear. It'll be jam-packed with skeeters. But it probably is right now. Plus snow. Snow skeetos. They're a thing. I don't think there's barbed wire on this fence at all. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, I guess there is wires just falling off over the years. Does not look barbed though. It is not. Oh, see, it's so thin I didn't even notice it. But none of it's barbed. How cool is that? See, that's the way fencing should be. Your fencing shouldn't hurt stuff. Although, just having wires hanging up, I've seen plenty of deer that tried to jump it and their back legs didn't quite make it. And they get all hemmed up in there. And that's where they die. Crappy way to go. We have a nice little lake. Or big cow pond. Of course, it's in a shadow right now, which only emboldens those mosquitoes. But according to the maps, instead of sitting here and getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, I can follow it for a while because it flows down to a junction in the road. And I assume there will be less mosquitoes there than there are here. Just gonna chance it. Maybe if it's nice, I'll stop and have a second coffee, because I would enjoy a second coffee, but I won't enjoy it if I'm being eaten alive while I drink it. And these guys are still here. A swarm of them just follows me around. Jerks. I wasn't so sure that it'd be running all the way down there because it doesn't look like it's flowing. But then I saw this dirt waterfall in Hunts. You should be able to hear it. And that gives me confidence there will be water down here somewhere. Yeah, that'll totally work. Where's it go after here? I don't really see it leaking off anywhere. And on this side, you know it's running. But on this side, all I see is the pool. Probably easier to collect from here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I will walk over here where there's absolutely no vegetation and have a seat. Because I think mosquitoes are much less likely to bother me. Let me do an arm check. No, I don't even have anything on me right now that I can... Oh, no, never mind. There's one. Just one now. Or two. Splat. One. One mosquito. All right, here is my spot. When that cool guy saw me about to grab water out of there, and he gave me some water, he happens to have... Oh, that road's muddy. He happens to have Grape in the car with him. Grape is giving up and going back to Colorado because of mosquitoes. I told him not to, but you know, people don't listen to me. I was like, I realize Colorado's going to be full of mosquitoes too. And then when you get here, there will still be mosquitoes here. When you get in the wind, there will still be mosquitoes there. I was like, just deal with it, man. Get some long sleeves, put some bug spray on or something. I think I had bug spray, so I just put a buttload on my hat and on my pants. I don't put it on my skin. I'm too delicate for that. He also said that he might have some safety supplies, and if he sees me on the road, he'll throw some at me. But he didn't sound like he was really meaning it, so I have no hopes whatsoever. But hey, stranger things have happened. Okay. And I don't feel like I'm being attacked by mosquitoes, so I'm going to do a second coffee. Yes, indeedly do I will. All right, well, I'm glad I ran into that dude. And it's nice to know Grape is still alive. We were wondering about him. He was supposed to be going solo, and I was like, we probably should have ran into him yesterday. Today at the latest. He lost his inReach somewhere on the trail, so I'm going to keep my eye out for it. I don't exactly know where he was picked up or where he's come from. They came from that direction. So I've got no idea. We don't go that direction. We go this direction. I still see you. There's a mosquito on my cheek. Ah, gotcha. Jerk. Okay. Still gonna have my coffee. You can't stop me. Oh, coffee oils. Predict my future. What do we got going on? What do we see? Oh, that doesn't look good. That's not promising. Is that a bird? Is that a kiwi? Nothing but good stuff. That's what I'm saying. And nothing specific. So I'm a little confused why Grape's getting off the trail because of mosquitoes. I mean, did he not know there's mosquitoes out here? Do you guys not have mosquitoes in England? Because he's English. It's hard to tell, but he does have an English accent. It threw me off. Seems rather American. But, you know, I'm assured you guys have them over there, but you probably have a really cute name for them because you guys just have cute names for shit. It's a gobfly. I don't know, something like that. But there's no escaping mosquitoes out here. No matter how you hike this trail, there will be 2 or 3 weeks where mosquitoes just wreck your world. And I tried to explain that to him. I was like, dude, don't give up. Just keep going, man. You'll get used to it. It'll eventually fade. He's like, no, I'm going back to Colorado, which doesn't seem the place I left that place on purpose. And I'm not looking forward to going back because more than likely when I go back, it'll still be mosquito season because, I mean, they had, you know, I don't know, too much snow. So there's going to be water everywhere. Screw that noise. Anyway, if I go to Montana, I can go see some stuff I haven't seen before. So I never got to see that terminus last time. Oh, delightful. Just ate a big thing of, I keep wanting to call them oats, but it's granola. Feeling better. Get a little energy back. I got the granola that has extra protein in it. I got normal granola because the extra protein one was kind of expensive. So I bought one small bag of that. And then I bought a bigger thing of normal granola and mixed them together. We're calling it good. I'm not willing to pay $8 for a small bag of granola. Well, I guess I am because I did, but I'm not going to buy enough of them to feed me. But I was like, yeah, I could probably use the extra protein in my life and, you know, all the other good stuff it had in it. I definitely need more vitamins in my life, but those things are overpriced. They just are. I mean, you know, you get a thing of vitamins for a buttload of money. You take it, they call them like one a day. I find that cute. And they're literally called one a day, but it says on the bottle to take 2. I mean, that seems like severely false advertising to me. I don't know. How is that legal? But anyway, I probably should be taking vitamins. One of y'all recommended it to me, and it seemed like really sound advice. It did. But damn, vitamins are expensive. But you know, I'll keep my eye out. I will go look a little bit and see what I can do. Maybe they got smaller bottles or something. Don't take them as often. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my coffee and not think about anything for a while. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and think about nothing. That's not what I do. My mind's always racing, man. Right now, I'm contemplating the odds, man. What are the odds that I get to this road just as... Because I had only set my pack down. I hadn't even started grabbing water yet. I was walking over to the thing, and that's, 20, 30 feet tops. And they come zooming by. It's a very chance encounter. The trail always does this kind of stuff, but it still amazes me to this day. And he lost his Garmin out there. How the hell do you lose your Garmin? It's bright orange, but I'll keep my eye out for it, see if I can find it, get it back to him somehow. Told him he better call his mom. Call your mom, man. She's going to notice your Garmin hasn't moved in a couple of days and she'll be stressed out. So Speaking of which, I meant to text my mom this morning, but, you know, when I was on that hill, it was 6 a.m. here, which means 5 a.m. back home, and I ain't going to wake my mama up. No way. Sometimes she gets mean when you wake her up. But, yeah, I do it. I let my mom know I'm alive every once in a while, you know. It's what you should do. But when you got a Garmin and it stops moving, I bet that stresses your mom right the hell out. Like, he hasn't moved in 2 days. You know, instantly they go to all the, oh, he's dead. He got eaten by a bear. Yeah, we are getting into bear territory, though. We really are. Yeah, really close to bear territory. I do not like grizzly territory. They frighten me. They totally do. Land sharks, man. It's like sleeping with great whites all around me. I'm on the menu, man. I don't like being on the menu. I'm just gristle, but they won't believe me. I can't tell them that. I'm like, no, I won't even taste good, man. But I do hope to see a few of them all at the same time, but only while I'm awake. You know, it's the when I'm going to sleep, they really stress me out. So vulnerable. That whole going comatose for a good 7 hours every night, just stressful. Oh, I love coffee, man. Would be better with a safety meeting, but hey, I'll take what I can get out here. I kick it here for another half a cup, and then carry my happy ass on down the trail. So I find myself looking at the map and trying to figure out why grape came from that direction when the trail is that direction. So I follow this road on my map back, and it connects with the trail in the future 20 miles. So I won't bother looking for his Garmin today. That's more of a tomorrow thing. Because, well, actually, 20 more miles? Yeah, I actually kind of need to do 20 more miles a day, don't I? I only did 11 so far. All right, so maybe I'll find his Garmin tomorrow. Yeah, it'll probably be a tomorrow morning kind of thing, because I don't know exactly where he lost it, because it's lost. But he didn't lose it right at the road, obviously. He says he went back like a half mile looking for it. So, you know, and he would have noticed that they're neon orange. So, yeah, 20 miles, I'll keep my eye open. Bet I find it in the dark. I should probably try to wake up even earlier tomorrow just so I can avoid a little bit more mosquito. We'll see how that goes, though. I wake up when I wake up. I don't like waking up, I don't like waking up tired, setting an alarm. And I mean, I do set alarms here and there, but I try not to because I don't know, it stresses me out. I don't like to start my day like that. You're supposed to start just natural. Wake up when you wake up. When some thunderclaps or, a cow walks by or, those are all natural ways to wake up. But a beeping coming from this little box, it's not the way I like to wake up. It's been mosquito free over here for the past like 20 minutes, man. This is glorious. Just little things. I see them flying around, but nobody's coming over to bother me. So, yeah, we're cool, man. I see big clouds coming in. They've been growing. That's coming from the direction of the winds. They were just little clouds over it a couple hours ago, but yeah, nimbostratus all of a sudden. But I like the little puffy clouds. You can block the sun for me anytime you guys want. Maybe not. That might just embolden the mosquitoes again. I really shouldn't have accepted that water from that guy. I think his name was Dale, I want to say. Maybe Ron. Not bad names. He's telling me getting water. He's like, you want some water? And of course I do. And, I don't like to turn things down when people are giving away because they seem so happy about giving it away. I don't want to take that from him, and I like stuff. But he handed me these two little guys. I was like, there you go, man. And I was like, thanks. I made coffee with it. When I get garbage, I get to carry it around for the next couple of days. Yeah. So, yeah, I totally should have accepted these. But they don't weigh much. And I'll be in town tomorrow, day after. I can't remember. I don't know, something like that. I am done with my coffee. I'm just procrastinating at this point. Get going, Crawler. You got miles to make. This is the third one that's come by. Well, not all of them in trucks. There was the trail angel. Then another dude came by. He waved at least. And then this thing. That makes this a popular road out here because I am in the middle of nowhere. I didn't expect to see any vehicles. Not sure how long I follow this road for, but the trail marker right there tells me this is my way. Kind of expected those guys to catch up. I see something. Hold on. What is that? It's blue. Oh, yep, that's the guys. Hi. I actually remember this little section. There was no water on the way here, not like there is now. So, you know, I was relying on some sort of cache or something, or some sort of water source that wasn't really on the map but just talked about, because this place was dry. Everything was, you know, dead except for those guys. Those guys survive everything, but all the grasses were dry and everything. No water, and I couldn't find the water. That lake back there, or a cow pond, did have water in it, but it was nasty. You know, very nasty. So I got all the way up to here, couldn't figure it out, turned back, started walking back. And it was like, nah, screw it, man, let's just see what happens. And that fenced-in enclosure up there had water in it. It's not on the map for some reason. It's talked about, but it's not on the map. It's crazy what little memories come back to you just by seeing the place. Because, I mean, you know, a lot of this looks just the same. So when I pass by something that triggers a memory, I'm kind of, I don't know, excited for it, happy. I don't know what the word is. How many memories do you have in your head that you don't have access to until you see something that triggers it, or smell something, you know, something to trigger it? How long does a memory last? Does it just stay in there for a while and then, you know, you can access it later? Or once you lose it, is it gone? I don't know. But I got a lot of stuff in my noodle, but it doesn't always make sense. Kind of like that way into Ghost Ranch. Like, I had weird memories of it, but I was like, was I hopping fences to an abandoned building and walking around inside of there? Like, nah, that doesn't make sense. That must have been a dream. But no, it happened. It just didn't make sense. I also remember hiding underneath that thing desperate for the little shadow it provided. I think I can fit through this one. Yeah, tight squeeze, but I got it. Let's see if there's any goodies. How nice. Both of them are filled with the same thing, water and some Tootsie Rolls and such. I do believe I will. Those are stuck together. And those are empty. Who's putting their empty wrappers back in there? You dirty fucking hikers. Pack it out, man. Oh, look. 727, the Nightcrawler was here. Man, that guy gets around. Let's see if I sign the other book, because there's another book in the other one. Got to sign both this time, too. Okay, now I'm a little more confused. Grape was here 2 days ago. Now I got no idea. He's here 2 days ago, but the guy picked him up 20 miles in that direction, but he was headed Sobo. I don't think the kid knows what he's doing. Just my professional opinion. Well, groovy. I'm in a cloud, and there are no skeeters coming out to get me. I'm doing a check as I'm saying it. Don't have a single one on me. Nope, I'm golden. Okay, so we got a few hour window where we won't have them until, of course, there's decent cloud cover or, you know, the end of the day. But for the next few weeks at least, mosquitoes are going to be a thing. And I'm probably going to whine about it the whole time, because what else do you do when mosquitoes are eating you? Whine and hike a little faster. Okay, so my best hypothesis on the grape thing is that he got a trail angel to drop him off on that road where I just was, and he started walking north from there. so that he could avoid all the flat crappiness back there. But it actually wasn't bad this year. But I think he got a ride to this road way out here. I don't know how he did it. I'm assuming he's got money to burn. And then he walked for 20 miles. Or he made a call, because the guy said he'd been looking for him for 2 days. So like, as soon as he got there, he was like making calls. I don't know how he got there. He hasn't been in any of the other log books behind me. So I have to assume he got dropped off right there. I just don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Because he could have hiked out of Rawlings with us, but he was like dead set on going to Landers. But Landers is still another, 40, 50 miles from here in this direction. What was he doing back in this direction? I don't understand. How did he get there? And why there, of all places? I couldn't imagine calling up a trail angel and be like, hey, could you drop me off in the middle of nowhere so I don't have to walk too far? And it just seems weird. Very unhikerish. I mean, it's one thing to accept a ride, but another thing to call people, pay them to drop you off in the middle of nowhere, only to call them again to come pick you up. I have way too much pride to do that. I've never actually called a trail angel. Maybe I have and just don't remember it. Somebody walked their dog. But as far as my memory tells me, I have never, ever called a trail angel. Now, I like it when they help out. Love it. But I like organic meetings. I don't like calling and asking for help. I don't ask for help often. I have a hard time doing it, even when I really need it. I have to be desperate. Because there's always a way out, man. You can always figure something out. You don't need somebody else. Sure, it makes life easier. But I've gone this long doing things my way, and I'm not dead yet. Knock on wood, if there was any, there's not a tree for miles. Hey, little shrubbery, do you count as wood? Knock, knock. Okay, to spell my bad luck. Not that I ever have any, man. Humidity level is rising. Ooh, today's a wet day. It's not even hot and I'm just sweating through everything. Just marinating myself for the mosquitoes. Yeah, there's definitely something brewing up around the winds coming this way. As long as it hits early, man. I don't like that end of the day rush. As long as I get in my tent before it starts raining, we're all cool. But that's not always easy. That is Dimples. She actually knew who I was. That is so rare. Oh, we exchanged some stories, talked about, because she's coming sobo, so talked about what everything is. I showed her some videos of horses, because she's like, did you see any horses? I'm like, oh, did I see some horses? Yeah. Now you gotta watch some videos with me. And then discussing what our plans are, because, this trail's all convoluted right now. There's snow everywhere. So we're all just jumping around. She's like, what are your plans? Told her mine, she told me hers. And we're both going to Montana because there's actual places in Montana that are lower elevation than where I'm at now. I didn't know that. She informed me. So it will be snow-free. She says, as I keep continuing, there will eventually be snow on the trail. Yeah, crazy. It's hard to imagine there would be snow on the trail around here. But I believe her. See if it's still there when I get there. Oh, I did not expect to find snow so soon. I don't think the trail actually leads to that. I feel like I'm going to go around here somewhere, but I don't know. The maps are squirrely. Maybe I will. I see roads leading all around it. This road seems to lead to the right to it. Okay, I'm going to... There's just roads everywhere around here. if I do get near that snow, I think I will dip the boys in it. They'd appreciate it. Not at first, but you know, after a minute they will. Couple more Sobos. What? Let's go exchange some information. Oh, this thing's actually flowing. Okay, it looks stagnant right here. But nah, she's a moving. And that was Silver Bullet. Just met her for the first time. And that was Tailgate. I kind of rode up here with her. But she got off at a different place and went to a hotel and shit. I don't know. She was kind of a train wreck when I was around her, you know, drunk and crying most of the time. So, yeah, I didn't get too friendly with her. Yeah. Yeah, it smelled like trouble. Seems like a nice girl, I don't know. But, you know, when I first met her, just drunk and crying. And that already tells me, avoid that person. They said there's no trees for another 15 miles or so. That's unfortunate. No. That's why I bring my own shade with me. I don't need no stupid tree to provide me with shade. I like it when they do, but I don't need it. I got the power of sombrero. The grape mystery deepens. None of the Sobos saw him. He got picked up in 20 miles this morning. Now, those ladies would have passed him at some point. I don't understand how they didn't cross paths. None of this grape stuff is making sense, man. I mean, not that I'm concerned, I'm just curious. And what else do I have to occupy my fucking mind, okay? So, yeah, I think about stuff. And it is a mystery that needs to be solved in my mind, but I just can't. The pieces don't fit. Nobody saw him. He signed a logbook 2 miles back. He was picked up in 20 miles. How did they not pass him? I don't know. I cannot fathom. It's like a little resort for cattle. Oh, hanging out at the beach over there. I can't tell if some of that is snow. It looks really white as it gets on. I think that's just the sun reflecting now. But they're all just hanging out. Look, they're all naked. It's like a nudist beach for the cows. Dirty, dirty cows. Not often I check the map for mileage that I've done because I generally don't care. I walk as far as I walk and then I stop. But since I have a lofty goal of doing 30 today, I decided to check. Since I actually remember where I slept last night too. That's key to it as well. I don't always remember where I slept. But it's almost 1 o'clock and I've already done 17 miles. Damn. Doesn't feel like 17. You know what? You deserve a break, crawler. You should find a rock to sit on. Oh. Well. Okay. Hey, that's a stack of rocks. I bet at least one of those would like to have my ass on it. Lunchtime. Lots of clouds moving in pretty much every direction. Today for lunch, we're having tuna. And this is some stuff that Susie sent me in my resupply box that she sent me in Cuba. Same with those things. I've been carrying around for like 400 miles. I did not know that they made sweet Hawaiian tortillas, but I am kind of digging them. But 2 of these is lunch. Not nearly enough to fill me up, but you know, you don't get full out here as a hiker. You get full in town, but on the trail you're just, you know, trying to keep hunger at bay, really. And I'm guessing those guys took a break down by the water because they were only a mile or so behind me. I've been here for like 10 minutes now. I figured they would have came up over the crest. So I have to assume that either they got distracted by chatting with Tailgate, but I doubt that. So they probably took a break at the water. I'll see them up the trail eventually. We still have 14 more miles to go. Don't think I'm going to let you guys slack. Yeah, we're going to get a little rain soon. I can hear the clouds talking to me. Every once in a while, a little boom. Not a moo, a boom. Still pretty far away. The thunder is muted that I'm hearing. That rain cloud's kind of close, but I don't know, it's headed towards me. But something's going to get me. We better do it soon, man. I want to doing it at like 4:30 on. That's when I'm looking for a site. Maybe not today. Maybe today I'll push on a little farther. Still working on that 30. Don't know if it's going to happen, but, I keep lofty goals. Oh, half hour later, there they are. I'm just going to kick it here, massage my feet for a while, give them a chance to catch up. And then we can wander the rest of the day together. They're good peeps. I'm really liking them. I like most people, but not for very long. Really, I haven't hiked with anybody that long on this trail. I hike with them the most. Yeah, they still got like 10 minutes before they get here. Good massage, stretch some muscles, put my clothes back on, because, I'm sitting here naked. It's a nice day. Number 3. Yeah. Little bastard. And no ants anywhere when I want to get rid of one of these. It must have crawled on my clothes. And then when I was putting my clothes on, it was on my gator. By the way, loving these gators one step. They're bitching, man. I know you probably don't even remember making these because it's been a few years. But Red's been eyeballing them. He's jealous because he's got a thing for rainbows too. Being a, unicycling unicorn. It only makes sense. Okay, Tick, today's your lucky day. You crawled on the right guy. I'm not going to murder you. Don't come back now. And this is why it's time for a new shirt. That's my shoulder. Yeah, I tried taping it up, but the tape didn't stick. And then the whole lower back is just, becoming shredded. But that's where my pack rides, so, I've had this shirt since 2019. I guess it's about time to buy a new one. The hard thing is, where do I get it shipped to? Where am I going to be? Figure it out as I go. Those ticks are so crafty. I found another one on me while I was sitting there. Not the same one. I looked over and he was still where I threw him or crawling around. Guess I got to be careful where I sit my clothes. But, like, where do you put them? Everywhere's ticky. And then when those guys walked by, we were talking, and Poppins pulled one off of her leg. And she's like, oh, fuck, another one. And they said she had 5 of them already this morning. So far, only 2 of us have had them latch on. Or no, 3 of us. Big Red's the only one who hasn't had one latch yet. But so far, we're finding them before they actually get us. But now that I've set my pack and my clothes down, I feel like I'm crawling in them. Yeah. End of the day tick check, when you're in your tent. It's got to be thorough. I'm all itchy now, even though I haven't been bit. I love that. As soon as somebody finds a tick, we all just start itching. Okay, this keeps happening over and over. So there's this storm. That's in the direction of the winds. It's making a lot of noise. It's definitely coming this way. Then there's that. It's coming this way too, and making a lot of noise. It's always like there's a couple of storms coming from a couple of directions around here. I'm not used to that. I'm used to getting one storm at a time from one specific direction. Not like looking around like which one's going to hit us first.